letting me and giving me the opportunity to just chat to everyone today. So yeah, I'm incredibly excited to kind of introduce to you the Cloud Native Club. The idea behind it is it's a global community that I founded to help cloud native professionals connect, grow, and collaborate. And like some of you may or may not know this, but I transitioned from a career as a professional footballer to a cloud native consultant and trainer. And I wanted to give back to the tech community that basically supported me for this long journey that I've been on and I'm still on today. And our mission is to really break down barriers and create a space where anyone anywhere can learn and share knowledge, right? If someone from Brazil can help someone from New Zealand, and I've spent a lot of time in a lot of different countries in the past. The one that kind of rings a bell and reminds me a lot is I was on a train on the way on India, and I spoke to this guy who lived in Dehradun, which I know one of you is in Bangalore, so you're going to know where that is. And he didn't have a community, he didn't have a meetup, he had no one that he could speak to, and he just kind of felt on his own. And it kind of was that like itch and like scratching at the back of my head, thinking like I need to do something, because he's got a wealth of potential, but he doesn't know where to go and to get help and to help his career move forward. So we've got a number of things kind of going on. We offer and we do weekly member hangouts. So every Friday, 12:30 to 1:30, you join all of the members. There's 90 of us so far. We talk about anything. There's no real agenda. It's very fluid. I ask a question at the beginning, could be about absolutely anything. We've talked about things such as what's your best interview advice? What would you put on your CV? What wouldn't you put on your CV? Why is everyone so incredibly excited about, insert new technology here? Is it really worth it? What do you think is the next best thing? Et cetera, et cetera. Then we do a monthly blog post series. So the last one was on AI, obviously. And the September one is on GitOps. So hopefully that blog post doesn't spoil too much of your thunder, Carlos. And hopefully you find it interesting. I'd be interested to hear your thoughts.
Where are the blog posts here?
So if you scroll down onto, I think it's tech and learning. If you scroll down on
the here or
no on the left hand side, if you scroll down, there should be a section called tech and learning. On the left hand nav underneath member central.
Oh, text news and announcements.
If you scroll further down,
there's nothing else.
There should be.
This is what is here.
Oh, interesting.
Announcements.
You must have a. Hold on. Let me.
Introduce yourself and then start here.
I think
I was going to say something about the weekly events. You're doing the project spotlights. Notice that you schedule Wasm Cloud. You have someone for Argo CD.
So there's in the upcoming months, we've got an incredible lineup of guests.
And
so
then this one, I'll sign up for this one.
Yeah, we're doing two series. One's called My Journey, which is going to be about tech people in the industry, both that are still working with Cloud Native and also people that have left Cloud Native and gone on to do other things, talking about their journey. And the aim there is to inspire other people to get involved. As Carlos has already signed up to, we start with Joe Bader and Whitney Lee. And we've got people like Matt Glynn that's going to be on there. We've got Charity Majors. We've got someone that works for HashiCorp, but I won't spoil the thunder because that's quite a big announcement. And then a range of other people from now until January. They're not all on that list because I'm holding some back. We've also be kind of spotlighting just not just cutting edge projects, but also well-established projects. So in the next couple of weeks, we have Kyverno that's on Thursday next week, Friday, sorry. And then we've got Argo CD. We're going to have Falco. We're going to have Bitdrift.io. That's Matt Glynn's new project. We're going to have SpinCube from the Fermion Tech team, and then kind of many more. And
Falco says October here. So I think the next one in the schedule is Wasm Cloud, September 17.
The next one is Kyverno at the top on Friday the 13th.
Oh, okay. The major one, September 17th.
Hopefully it's not unlucky for some.
Kyverno, okay. I think the major. Yeah, I'm using Kubernetes in my workshop. Yeah, very good. Are these if I miss one of these, are these later available
Yeah,
through
they're
this
all
webpage or
available.
YouTube?
Yeah, they're all available on YouTube. So they're live streamed
Okay.
on YouTube. So we're going to be live streaming interviews with all of these guests. So that will be an interesting experience
You already have
for
events that people can watch today?
we have, yeah, there's a couple on YouTube. So we've
Okay.
done we've done a project spotlight with Thanos, and we've done another one with Pixie. But the project spotlight, the My Journey series doesn't kick off until October with Joe. He's
Okay.
traveling in September. So
Is there a way to navigate to those episodes from this website?
yes, there should be. If I've updated it, it should be in news and announcements. If it hasn't, then I need to update it.
Okay. Okay.
And yeah,
Thanos,
so if you,
I see here. Okay.
yeah, and if you go to books and learning on the left-hand nav,
Yeah.
you'll see here. Here are the series. So we've kicked off one for GitOps, and if you scroll down, there's like a bunch of them for AI.
AI, debug AI.
Yeah, so just different things that I've dealt with in the past and things that I think would be interesting. So the idea is to eventually get other people to start writing blog posts. So one of the guys is going to write a blog post, actually, interestingly, about GitOps Bridge.
Okay.
So he's been doing that, and I actually wanted him to connect with you, Carlos. He was going to come and join this, but I don't think he's able to make it.
That's awesome. Yeah, a lot of people are asking me questions about the how to do GitOps in a specific cloud environment. There's a lot of information about how to do GitOps and get started with Kind cluster and like generic Kubernetes configuration, but some aspects of Kubernetes, when it doesn't matter what cloud provider, right? The integration between running Kubernetes on the cloud and like that integration with the cloud provider, either like secrets or like like I think secrets is the major one, or how to connect to other clusters, or the networking aspect of it, and then the observability aspect of it, and then the security aspect of it. Those things are not generic. You don't see them when you're running in Kind, right? Kind is good to learn the fundamentals, but then you have to learn a little bit more about the specific cloud provider and the integration.
Exactly, yeah.
So yeah, I started the GitOps Bridge Azure. Microsoft has an implementation of it. We have the EKS one, and then if somebody from Equity did start implementing an initial implementation of Google.
Yeah, and the project spotlights they're hosted by the maintainers of the projects. So
great.
there's a dedicated
That's a great
section.
idea to have them in one place, because you have to join their community meetings or just chase them, right?
Yeah, exactly. And the idea is that there's a 5-minute section of every project spotlight where you'll get to ask them any questions you want. And the same with the My Journey section. There's going to be a 5-minute where the audience can ask Joe Bader a bunch of questions, and I'm sure people have got tons of them. And then there's a what's the word I'm looking for? There's like a thing that we do on every one, which is that guest asks a question for the next guest, not necessarily knowing who the next guest is going to be. So that could be a technical question or a non-technical question. It could be a question about the project. It could be a question about their involvement in the project. So yeah, hopefully we'll get some interesting insights from. We can't possibly connect and be a part of all of these communities for all of the projects. So the idea is to kind of bring them to you.
Okay. And how people join? Is it like when they log in? I'm already joined, so I don't see like the
So when you go to community.thecloudnativeclub.co.uk, there's where your image is on the right hand side there. If you clicked that, there'd be a sign up button if you were logged out.
Okay.
And you just sign up there. Yeah, everyone's welcome. Any skill set. It's about inspiring the next generation. That's really what I'm doing this for.
Yeah, very good. Good website. Very organized. Does people have questions for Steve?
Yeah, I would have my own reasons, but why did you have Joe Beda as one of your first guests?
You probably know the answer to this. So Joe, obviously, for people that are familiar with TGIK back in the day, that's how Sevi and I actually got talking to each other, was randomly posting to somebody called Sevi on the YouTube chat and not really knowing who they were. And then we finally actually got to meet in KubeCon Paris, which is awesome. But Joe and I don't want to give too many spoilers away, but I nearly joined a bunch of times where Joe was working. So there's a little bit of interesting conversation that will happen during that about me not joining and reasons why I didn't join, and stuff like that. So yeah, and he's got the first commit on the Kubernetes repo, right? He started the whole thing, so he's got, and then he went to Heptio, and Heptio got bought by, there's a lot of stories that he can tell, and yeah, I think it'll be an interesting.
And I haven't heard from him in a while. So
he's on retirement. Yeah,
he's semi-retired,
but I'm curious.
Retirement and investment.
Yeah. I don't want to give too much away.
Yeah, he was what he was working on. But yeah, first commit. I have for the Kubernetes birthday bash. Was in July. Me, James, and other CNCF ambassadors. I don't know if I shared that in this, but we created. Let me see where that is.
The questions,
yeah, trivia type of thing,
trivia, yeah.
Right? Yeah, I have this one. I can share it in the link. That's interesting. Yeah, I talked to Joe when we were building this. This is like a trivia that we did. Started with this, but we actually got the first version, not version 1.0, but we created like the first commit. So we created a repo, and if you follow the instructions here, you'll be able to run Kubernetes with the first commit from Joe in here. So we talked to Joe, and we're trying to get this working. And this is something like a demo that we were running, and people can just like play with it to see, like, there's no kubectl, for example, right? And there was no, like, a bunch of stuff was not there. And also created this one, the first release 1.0, like getting 1.0 running. So this one is a little bit, looks like the Kubernetes of today.
Yeah, Iftak, to your question, yeah, it's books and learning, and the other one is tools and tech. And then there's a general ask the community where people can go in there and paste and ask literally whatever they want. I've asked a bunch of questions in there. I know a bunch of other people have as well.
By the way, I, for some reason, didn't join, even though we were in touch, because I thought, like, so there will be some extension of the LinkedIn, profile, and it's great that now you showed us, how to properly do it. Thank you. And I joined.
I see. So you joined the LinkedIn page.
Yes, there is a LinkedIn page where it all started.
And then in that page, I don't think I was able to find the link to this page.
Yeah, I'm working on it. I'm bootstrapping it myself. So
yeah, no, I went to the LinkedIn page. I found this link.
Okay,
that's what I shared in the earlier sessions. Everyone went to the LinkedIn page.
Jack makes me feel happy that it's actually working. I
went and I joined, and I put my profile in, and I signed up for a couple of events.
Okay.
Okay, good.
So it's all good. It's just like more is better. That's good.
Yeah, it's a lot of content. And if people want to write something, Steve, is in the platform. They start writing a blog, and then you approve it or something.
Yeah,
like that?
So you can, if you go to ask the community, for example, you can just do new posts and start writing whatever you want.
And this becomes like is this a blog post, or this is like a question?
It can be a single line question if you want it to be, or it can be like a long blog post about something that you're doing.
And then you put it, you post in different.
You put it where you are,
sections.
yeah. So right now, because you've selected ask the community, it's going to naturally land in there.
Okay.
But yeah, it'll be great.
Maybe I should do this. Then introduce yourself.
Yeah, it'll be great if everyone can introduce themselves, because it's so cool seeing how geographically spread everyone is that's joining.
Yeah. So people have done it.
Yeah. So we've got some, like, obviously some folks from Europe, some from the US. We've got Brazil, we've got India, we've got China, we've got New Zealand, Australia.
Yeah, I know a lot of these faces.
Joined before I did. Now I'm
John.
jealous.
Yeah.
I put a link to the Cloud Native Club under the notes section for this call.
You're a hero. Thanks, Jack.
Thank you.
So yeah, I hope to see everyone there. And again, thanks for letting me take 5 or 10 minutes of everyone's time and tell everyone what I've been up to.
No,
Yeah,
it's
very
our
good.
pleasure.
Yeah, thank you so much.
That's great. I can't wait to join the the sessions when they're on track.
Yeah.
Okay.
So the idea is to kind of release the next like in a two weeks before the actual event, there'll be a bunch of announcements that will happen leading up to them. So like, for example, Joe's is not being blasted all over social media and LinkedIn because it's not happening for a while. So
Yeah. Okay. Thank you, Steve,